the spine.
Okay, today is about getting to know each other. So I've come up with like these lovely clouds. There's identity on there. So do you identify as something or the other?
So you identify as gay?
I do, yes. So I was gay way before I went out with girls, which I did for a few years, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and they taught me an awful lot.
Then relationships. How do you form relationships?
But because this is like the sort of longest relationship that I've had, it's difficult for me to figure out sort of it's all new.
Gender. Making no assumptions about how you identify, that's just to talk about gender.
I think it's quite different, like you have what I suppose gets deemed as butch women.
Yep.
Well, I never saw myself as a butch woman, but I still saw myself as kind of like a masculine.
A tougher.
A bubble for sex. What kind of sex you like? That's pretty straightforward.
I can be very wild and very quite slutty if I'm not in a relationship with someone. But I can be quite vulnerable if I am in a relationship with someone, or the other way around.
Limits. What you think your limits are, what you've discovered your limits are. Maybe you have no limits.
And his limits would set themselves at poo and blood and not really into the pain thing.
Ditto for Clara for the poo, blood and pain.
And fantasies. You can talk about some of, which I find a really weird one. I'm not sure why I put on there, but just in case anybody hasn't.
I always wanted to have sex with two twin brothers.
Okay.
Bring it to a close. I know we've got more to say, and we'll continue to work kind of a bit like this to get to know each other.